Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The Supreme Court has declined to review a request to retry a Kashmir man on charge of sexual assault. A Wenatchee man is charged with misusing a handgun after allegedly displaying it while he harassed a restaurant server. This warm and sunny weather will continue into the weekend. Your local forecast is coming up. An online petition is asking for signatures to help save Colombia Elementary School. The petition, started by the Colombia Parent Advisory Group, has collected around 730 signatures as of this afternoon. Colombia parents and staff had been voicing their concerns over the proposed closure since it was announced by the Wenatchee School District on January 20th. Next week, the Wenatchee School Board will hold a budget workshop on February 12th to hear analysis on the proposed closure and budget reduction plans for the 2024-25 school year from district staff. Those interested can find a link to the petition on the NCWLIFE website. The city of Wenatchee has some state money in the bank for planned water system improvements on Roosevelt Avenue, a short residential street near Methow Park. The Washington Public Works Board approved a $200,000 grant this week for design and planning on the Roosevelt project, which will improve stormwater and drinking water systems between Spokane and Kittitas streets. Among the changes, drinking water pipes, which contain lead, will be stripped out and replaced, and residents can expect new gutters and catch basins for a street that currently has neither. The full project is expected to cost roughly $1.25 million under the city's capital improvement plan. The Supreme Court has declined to review a request to retry a Kashmir man on a charge of sexual assault. That means Blake Alexander Badgley, a 26-year-old man accused of rape in 2018, now stands acquitted of the crime. At his trial in 2021, a jury found him not guilty of third-degree rape, but could not reach a verdict on a second-degree charge arising from the same incident. Chelan County prosecutors sought a retrial on that charge, but the Washington Court of Appeals turned them down, saying it amounted to double jeopardy. The Supreme Court on Tuesday said it would not take up the case, meaning the appellate decision stands. Badgley's appellate attorney, Jeremy Burke, told NCWLIFE News his client, quote, had to expend a tremendous amount of resources simply to ensure the Constitution was followed. A new medical supply vending machine has just been installed by the Chelan Douglas Health District. The vending machine currently provides COVID-19 test kits, Narcan, a drug used to reverse the effects of opioid overdoses, and condoms. It's located in CDHD's East Wenatchee office on Valley Mall Parkway. CDHD has also just been designated to receive a separate medical supply machine as part of a public health program. The Test and Go kiosk has yet to have a set location, but will provide both COVID and flu tests once it's installed. When we come back, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office is changing the way it sends emergency alerts to smartphone users. And a Kashmir High School sophomore joined 12th District Senator Brad Hawkins in Olympia last week. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect, no matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
The day after I met her, I called and asked her to go on a date with me, and we came to Abby's Pizza for our first date.
Eating it across from each other, I'll never forget it. This place is special.
It's barbecue chicken pizza season at Abby's Legendary Pizza, baby. Featuring our flavorful pizza sauce and a 3-cheese blend, layered with BBQ sauce, chicken, and onions. Order your hot and fresh feast now at abbys.com. A legendary pizza tradition.
So, how's Evan?
Well, he's all grown up now.
but I worry about him.
So many dangers in the world. COVID, the environment, the opioid epidemic.
Yeah, I hear opioid misuse is on the rise.
I don't even know how to start a conversation with him.
This might help. GetTheFactsRx.com. There's a whole section on how to talk about opioids with your family.
Offer support, not judgment. Cool.
Talk to your family about the dangers of opioids. Visit GetTheFactsRx.com.
A Wenatchee man is charged with misusing a handgun after allegedly displaying it while he harassed a restaurant server. 46-year-old Roberto Tovar was cited last month by Wenatchee City prosecutors with counts of displaying a weapon and possession of a dangerous weapon, both of which are gross misdemeanors. Wenatchee police say Tovar showed his handgun last summer to a female server at a restaurant in Pybus Public Market while offering to kill her husband. A judge's order in Chelan County District Court now bars him from entering Pybus Market until his case is resolved. He faces a court hearing on March 11th. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office is changing the way it sends emergency alerts to smartphone users. The Sheriff's Emergency Management Department is moving away from the Alert Sense system to Everbridge Solutions, which provides simultaneous translations for emergency alerts for fires, floods, and other emergencies. Sergeant Jason Reinfeld told county commissioners on Tuesday that at $24,000, Everbridge is twice the cost of Alert Sense, but it will be paid for by a Homeland Security grant.
All our neighboring agencies, our Homeland Security Region 7, which is Okanagan, Kittitas, Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties, we're the only one who's not using this. And as part of the scoring, we have received just positive feedback from the agencies that are using Everbridge. Especially one of the key things for us is the ability to translate simultaneously as we're sending out messages. That's going to ease the burden of training and lessen the time it takes to put out messages in the future.
A Kashmir High School sophomore joined 12th District Senator Brad Hawkins in Olympia last week. Isaac Zavala served as Hawkins's page, where he helped transport documents between offices and delivered messages and emails. The Senate Page program allows hundreds of Washington students to join the legislature for a week while they're in session. While in the program, students also draft their own mock bills and engage in a mock session. Legislators will continue to be joined by pages until the end of the session in March. Coming up next, Saturdays, the day for the 10 Apple Blossom Royalty contestants as we continue our look at the candidates leading up to the pageant. In tonight's feature story, we will introduce you to Wenatchee High School's Ava Porter. Enjoy more sunshine the next few days as our temperatures stay above normal. I'll have all the details coming up in your complete local weather outlook. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
In Digital Media Arts program, we learn about video production gear and editing by the combination of class projects and nonprofit work and employment.
It makes things happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty magical.
We work in the industry at the Wenatchee Round, NCWLIFE channel, and the Town Toyota Center events. Every day we work with industry standard equipment for a hands-on learning experience.
It's cold outside and time to make sure your loved ones are safe and secure at home during the cold months ahead. Aging and Adult Care has low-cost, in-home care options for seniors, adults with disabilities, and for caregivers assisting relatives or friends. Services like housekeeping, personal care, and home-delivered meals can make such a difference for you or someone you know. These services and more are available by calling Aging and Adult Care's offices at 1-800-572-4459.
Saturday's the day for the 10 Apple Blossom royalty contestants. The selection pageant will choose one queen and the 2 members of her royal court to preside over the 2024 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. Dan Kuntz quizzed all the candidates on their likes, dislikes, and personal pursuits. In tonight's feature story, we hear from Wenatchee High School senior Ava Porter, who describes herself as a pretty good bowler.
I'm our team's captain and our anchor, which means I am essentially the best bowler on the team. I'd say I'm pretty good. My best is 251. Wow. Pretty good, not bad. And I don't know, I love bowling. It's a ton of fun. It's a great sport for people who want to have like that team community, but you don't have to be like D1 level. It's a sport anyone can do, and I think it's just amazing.
Well, I've watched high school bowling. I've covered high school bowling. There doesn't seem to be any rivalries between Moses Lake and Eastmont and Wenatchee. You're just like all of you girls are out having fun. It has a whole different vibe than, say, a football or a basketball game. It's like all of you girls are like enjoying each other's company, even though you're not even on the same team.
Mm-hmm. That's another great part of bowling, is that I've noticed with a lot of other sports there can be a lot of like butting heads, you know, and there's been like big drama, especially with defacing each other's schools. But with bowling, we love, like, even Eastmont, we love our Eastmont girls. They're like our sisters. I mean, every match, it's more of a joke, honestly, that we hate them. We're just like, I'm gonna kick your butt and I'm gonna win. No, I'm gonna win. You know, it's just, it's a great community.
It's Friday morning, 9 a.m.-ish as we tape this. So what class are you missing right now? Where would you be if you weren't here?
I am missing my orchestra class. Ooh. I believe it'd be chamber today. Yeah, I've been playing violin for, I want to say 8 years now. I absolutely adore it, and I love my teacher, Beth Jensen. Shout out to her if she's watching this. And yeah, I don't know, it's just a great passion of mine. Is there a particular piece that you enjoy to play in the violin? Ooh. Well, right now I am working on my solo for solo ensemble. It's, I'm trying to remember the name now. Violin Concerto No. 1 in A minor by Bach. Ooh. Kind of a long title, but it's a ton of fun to play. It's fun to do. I guess I don't want to say easy on the fingers, but it's, I don't know, it's a lot of fun. Leading up to November 6th, the mandatory meetings, the ones you have to go to if you want to become into the Apple Blossom deal. Was this something you wanted to do for a very long time? You couldn't wait until November 6th came around so you could find out what it's all about? It was a last second, Mom, Dad, I'm going to go for it. It was honestly more of a last second thing. Apple Blossom has been in my family for a very long time. My grandma, Char Allen, she was a big part of this Apple Blossom. She was a chaperone back in, like, I want to say the 90s or 2000s. So it's been in my family. My grandma loves it. We go to the top 10 thing every single year. And what really made me decide to do it was I got the paper in the mail saying, hey, you're a high school senior. Do you want to do Apple Blossom? And I just looked at it and I was like, you know what? I do want to do Apple Blossom, because why not? It looks like fun. I feel like I'm a good person to represent the community, you know? What have you learned about yourself since November 6th and since you made top 10? What have you learned about yourself that maybe you didn't know about yourself? Good question. It turns out I'm a lot better at writing than I thought it was. English has never been my strong suit. I've never liked writing essays, but writing speeches has honestly, it's been actually a lot of fun, and it turns out I'm better at it than I thought it was. And you have to write a bio. Is it easy to write a bio for somebody who's only 17 or 18 years old? I mean, kind of. They give you some pretty easy questions. It's just like, what's your favorite book? It's like, I know that. That's easy. And also, it's nice because it's not just like, write about yourself. They give you like prompt. They're literally just like, Ava is the daughter of so-and-so. Ava does this. Ava does that. And you just have to fill in the blanks. It's pretty easy. I mean, it can be a little bit hard to talk about yourself because you're like, I have to brag to these people and I don't want to do that. But I don't know, they make it easy for you.
Time now to take a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. Boy, wasn't it nice to see the sun return on our Wednesday today. Hope you had the chance to get out and enjoy a little bit of that. As we take a look at this beautiful shot, our Blag Mountain Sky-Fi Tower camera. It's up in the upper valley. What a dramatic shot with the sun and some blue sky, also the clouds and the snow-capped cascades in the distance. And it was just a nice day today. In fact, our temperature exceeded all of our expectations. We'll get to that in a second. But we will continue to see, we talked about this last night as well, is the possibility for mountain snow showers this week. I think our best chance will be Wednesday night into Friday. We're not talking lowlands. We are talking mainly the passes, Loop, also Blewett Pass over into Stevens and Snoqualmie. Just be prepared for winter travel conditions. We're still early in February, so you could run into that virtually at any time of this time of year. But today's highs, they sure didn't look like early February. 48 degrees, our unofficial high. 39 is where we should be for this time of year. 60, our record high, and that was set back in 2018. We started off the day at 36. That's 10 degrees above 26, and that's our normal low temperature. 3 degrees, our record cold, and that was 1969. We added another 100th of an inch of precipitation to our total, now at 1.46, and that leaves us 0.27 inches above where we should be for this time of year. Sunrise 7:19 this morning, and sunset time is at 5:12. All right, taking a look at your Thursday temperatures, a lot like today, maybe a little bit cooler, but then again, we didn't expect to get so warm today. 45 for Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy, 43 in Ellensburg, and then 44s for Wenatchee and Entiat. A little bit warmer up in Omak too at 45 degrees. Beautiful day in Leavenworth and in Kashmir, with highs tomorrow in those lower 40s. Taking a look at tonight, we can expect partly cloudy skies. There is a ridge still up and over the Pacific Northwest, but it's a dirty ridge, which means some clouds can move through that ridge of high pressure. We'll see low temperatures tonight right around the 30-degree mark. For Thursday, there's high pressure, and it's going to be a big factor in our weather the next few days. Partly cloudy and warmer. We just talked about it. Beautiful high temperatures in those mid-40s for your Thursday. Getting you into Friday, mostly sunny skies. Great way to end our work week. It's just going to be nice out there. High temperatures predominantly in the mid-40s for us on Friday afternoon. And then as we kick off the upcoming weekend, Saturday, partly cloudy skies. High pressure to our south and another out in the Pacific. But there is this area of low pressure that's trying to push on shore. That'll bring us increasing clouds on Saturday. High temperatures in the low to mid 40s. And then as we get you into Sunday, we will see some shower activity from that system as it continues to move into the Pacific Northwest. There you have it, a 30% chance of rain on Super Bowl Sunday. I really think most of the activity will be to our north. We're talking Brewster, Omak, also over in the Twist area. High temperatures Sunday in the low 40s. And then for Monday, there's high pressure back in the picture, and that's going to bring us mostly sunny skies. Going to be a nice start to our week with high temperatures in the low to mid 40s for Monday. And then for Tuesday, not much change, just that nice weather, mostly cloudy skies. We are going to warm up a little bit on Tuesday, compressional heating as this area of low pressure pushes in, and that gets our temperatures up a little bit. We'll see high temperatures on Tuesday in those mid 40s. Taking a look now at your 7-day forecast. Overnight tonight, 31 degrees, and then just a beautiful stretch of weather Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Partly cloudy on Thursday, 44. Mostly sunny Friday and 44. Partly cloudy and 43 on Saturday, and then virtually our only chance for precipitation will be Super Bowl Sunday. Cloudy skies, a 30% chance of rain and 42. Back to the sun on Monday and 43, and then mostly cloudy for Tuesday. Beautiful high temperature of 44 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, I'll have a look at tonight's sports report as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why people here drive Honda. Dependable all-wheel drive with traction control, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to fill up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda is known for legendary fuel efficiency? Great deals are here now, and so is Mr. Frost. So see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
Watch the Apple Blossom Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank live on the NCWLIFE channel. Coverage is brought to you by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Gold supporter, Town Auto Group, also by Apple Valley Honda, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee, Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, Boswell's Home Furnishings, and Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center. It's the Apple Blossom Royalty Selection Pageant live on the NCWLIFE channel.
Time now to take a look at tonight's sports report. I'm Grant Olson in for Eric Grantstrom. Well, let's get right into the Les Schwab Prep basketball scoreboard with district play underway last night. Cashmere gave top-seeded Quincy a run for its money last night in the district round of the District 6 1A boys tournament, but the Jackrabbits prevailed 64-60. Cashmere's season came to an end. So too did Chelan, with the number 3 seed falling to the number 4th seeded OMAC Pioneers, that final 65-55. On the girls' side of the tournament, no surprises, with Chelan ending OMAC season 57-38. Tonight, Cashmere hosts Quincy at 7 o'clock in a loser-out game. Freda has a game at East Valley tonight at 6 o'clock in the first round of the District 5 and 6 2A tournament. Ellensburg will host Sela in the other game at 7 o'clock. All teams advance past tonight. The seeding games in the District 5 and 6 2A girls tournament were held last night, with Sela downing Freda 56-38 and Grandview getting by East Valley 41-38. Here's what happened in the District 6 2B boys tournament at OMAC High School last night. Tenasket advanced to the district championship with a 78-63 win over Brewster. The Tigers will face Lake Roosevelt for the title after the Raiders dispatched Okanagan last night 91 to 69. The girls will take center stage at OMAC tonight with their district semifinal games. It starts with Brewster and Tenasket at 6, followed by Lake Roosevelt and Okanagan at 7:30. 4 games open up the District 6 1B boys tournament tonight in Soap Lake, as at Soap Lake and Moses Lake Christian, I should say. Wilson Creek faces Riverside Christian in the first game at 6, and Soap Lake followed by the Eagles and Pateras at 7:30. Eniat and Waterville Mansfield face off at 6 at Moses Lake Christian, followed by the Lions and Cascade Christian. That tip-off 7:30. The first round of the District 6 1B girls tournament saw Eniat and Cascade Christian season last night, 54-34. Soap Lake advanced with a 59-27 win over Wilson Creek. Well, switching gears now, the Wenatchee Wild will try to snap a 2-game losing streak on home ice tonight in Western Hockey League action. Wenatchee plays host to the Tri-City Americans at the Town Toyota Center at 6 o'clock. For tickets, go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com. You can also hear the game broadcast live on 560 KPQ with Austin Drawdy on the play-by-play. There's only one college basketball game on the docket for tonight. Gonzaga plays host to Portland at 5 o'clock at McCarthy Athletic Center. The game will be broadcast on CBS Sports Network. Mike McDonald is settling into his first full week as Seattle Seahawks coach. He and general manager John Schneider sat down with Jen Mueller, who, by the way, will be here later this week in Wenatchee to help judge the Apple Blossom Festival pageant.
My gosh, there has been so much anticipation and maybe curiosity leading up to the hire, so I'm sure that it has been a wide range of emotions. But John, what is the overriding emotion in the last 24 hours?
Has to be the excitement for all the players and the coaches that will be coming in, and future players, the 12s, everybody in the building.
Hey, Cliff. Hey, Mike McDonald. Great to meet you, brother. Awesome.
Mike, how many different emotions have you cycled through?
It's hard to tell. I mean, it feels like we've been here a few months, but it's only a couple days in, so there's a lot going on up here.
Yeah, maybe it'll take a while for it all to kind of play out.
Absolutely.
Just a little bit. John, we've been waiting for this hire for what feels like forever. How long has Mike been on your radar?
Going to Michigan this year, I think there was like 24 players that the pro liaison talked to me about, So, probably that part, and then obviously when we played them and, watching what happened in that game was incredibly impressive. And then just talking to all the people that I'm friends with throughout the league and all of our relationships that we have, we kept talking about him.
Mike, your career path makes for such an interesting story. Your age is part of that. I am sure that at times that felt like something maybe you had to talk your way into or around or to overcome. But how did your age and your unique football background become an asset and something you could take advantage of?
Great question. I think you're in a spot to connect with your players. And, I didn't really have much of a life coming out of college, so I spent a lot of time studying and talking to folks and just trying to do the best job you can as, in the job that you had, and didn't have a lot of commitments outside of it, just being a young guy. So just spending a lot of time around the game, around the guys, being able to connect with them. I think that's what helped.
There you go. Set, hit, tight scrape. There, the baby. Good. There it is. Good. Get out. Set. Boom. Break. There. Woo! No drops today. All right, let's go now. Let's go.
You have also found a way to get the best out of all of your players, whether it was Aiden Hutchinson at Michigan, whether it was the 5 Pro Bowlers that you coached on defense this year. What's the secret sauce?
Connection. You got to connect with your guys. You got to understand them. You got to build relationships. And again, you're trying to create situations for your players to have success. So how do you do that? Well, you ask them to do things that they do well, and so you got to identify what they do well, and that comes through a lot of hard work. And you do that, and that's where you go from it.
John, you've scouted him as much as you've scouted any player, I'm willing to bet, in the last 10, 14 years. What do you think the secret sauce for him is?
The learning, the conviction to learn and keep growing. He's an evolver, and you can tell. I mean, he talked about his age. I was still toting the rock, scoring touchdowns when he was born. So I feel like we hired one of my nephews. It's pretty crazy. So just that open-mindedness and the creativity and a confidence to just go for it. That it really stands out.
This is a special city, and this is a great football city, man, and we got the best fans in the world.
Lastly, Mike, you mentioned it just a little bit, but what do you know about the reputation of the 12s and what you can expect on game days at Lumen Field?
Well, I lived it in 2019, so it's very real, and I can't wait to experience it on our side. So it's a special thing. It's unique to the rest of the league. It'll be a big-time advantage for us, for a long time. So I'm excited.
Thanks to the Seahawks and Seahawks.com for the video. And that is a look at NCWLIFE sports. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.